The Rui Hachimura play reminds me of one time I was in Vegas at my buddy's bachelor party and I lost like $100 on a roulette wheel or something. And I was so mad at myself that I played like quarter blackjack machines for like the next 4 hours and slowly won my $100 back. That's like the Rui. Like, how many Rui Hachimuras do you have to flip before you get to a significant, like before you can go grocery shopping? I mean, that's a lot of Rui Hachimura prism.
Hey,
So
it's like my
is the
Emmanuel
pop count
Silk.
even high enough? Is the pop count even high enough on that PSA 10 to make anything? But no, I'm making a joke, but I actually really like it. I think it's definitely notable to talk about that. So that's good stuff.
And I
So
might as well say Austin Reaves as well. So I know we've already talked about him, but he also is a sell for that Lakers team.
I'm going to unpack some similar things and try to add a little bit more value to what Lefty's saying, because between Crack, Lefty, and I, we're super aligned on the sells right now. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more specific as to why. So my perfect timing sells are also Shohei and Soto. And here's why. And Brian Steeler 714 is saying he's still buying Soto. Here's why. We like to get out quick of specific cards, hence the sell alerts. So we've tried to preach this more and more over the last probably 4 to 6 months on the Sports Card Strategy Show, which is buy only with a selling marker in mind and then actually execute the sale at that selling marker. That's how you make money flipping sports cards. I want to make money. And so with Shohei Ohtani, the right time is now to sell. Why? Because you can buy back in. Another guideline is because Shohei is a player that you can make money on over and over again. You can literally only buy and sell Shohei cards and make a ton of money. His market is up and down due to the seasonality and due to the performance spikes that he has inevitably every season. I don't anticipate Shohei's performance spikes being as high this upcoming season. Neither does Dr. Crack. And I don't think Lefty does either, mainly because he's not going to be pitching. So if you look at the historical data of Shohei cards, you're not going to get an accurate projection of what this upcoming summer is going to look like, because in the last 3 summers, he's been pitching and hitting. And that's why I think we've seen such amazing spikes in his value in June, July, and August. But I do think you can make money only focusing in on Shohei cards. Now would be the time to sell. 2018 Topps Holiday Base PSA 10 is up 105% over the last 14 days. 2018 Bowman Best Refractor PSA 10 up 84% over the last 14 days. 2018 Topps Update Rookie Debut PSA 10 up 32%. 2018 Topps Gallery Base PSA 10 up 30%. These are all over the last 14 days. I mean, guys, like every single high pop count 2018 rookie PSA 10 Topps or Bowman card of Shohei is up 30% or more in the last 14 to 30 days, which means we were right about the fact that Shohei would be up upon this free agent signing, and that we were right to send out a sell alert. Text sports cards to 1-833-992-5727. Now with Soto, I think Crack said it, and I think Lefty said it. You should be able to buy back into Soto. But there were 3 specific cards that Connor and I wrote about in the sell alert that were up for Soto, and we wanted you to focus on selling those cards. If your Soto card is not up, don't sell it, but pay attention to the sell alert. I've also got Austin Reaves, Anthony Davis, and Dak Prescott on my potentially too early. So my perfect timing were Shohei and Soto, because I believe you should sell now and buy back in later, and then sell again during the season when they have a potential performance spike, because there will be a lot of hype for Soto playing for the Yankees. And I believe everything Crack said about that as well. Now, Reaves, I think that there is a chance to move on from Austin Reaves. I do not like people holding Austin Reaves cards. Sorry, Shoes. Shoes, I'm going to give you a lot of credit because you bought a lot of Reaves in the offseason. But now I believe you should get the F out of Austin Reaves cards. Just get out of Austin Reaves cards. His cards are up. Like his 2021 select courtside rookie raw is up 100%. His 2021 mosaic base raw is up 100%. His 2021 Prism Ice PSA 9 is up 243%. His 2021 Revolution base raw is up 300%. These are like $5 to $40 transactions. Just get what you can for Austin Reaves and move on. He is a role player on the Lakers, guys. I understand the appeal behind Austin Reaves, and I realize he might be a better NBA player than I'm giving him credit for as a sports card investment. He's not a sports card investment. Get out of Austin Reaves cards. Anthony Davis is also kind of a tweener. I think it's an opportunity to get out of Anthony Davis cards. I think people have been holding Anthony Davis cards probably since 2020 or 2021, speculating on Anthony Davis. And I think a lot of people have probably lost a lot of money on Anthony Davis cards. I think now is the time, whether you're under or over on your Anthony, whether you're underwater or whether you got a profit, get out of your Anthony Davis cards. His 2022 Prism base PSA 10, which is a pop 1700, is up to $129. That's up $20. That's up 18%. That's not a huge increase, but I believe based on Anthony Davis's history, he's about to get injured.
Yep.
He's about to miss a bunch of games. Are the Lakers going to be serious contenders in the West? You know, they kind of were last year, but I think we're looking at the Nuggets. We're looking at this, Dr. Crack's high on the Suns. I think the Timberwolves could make a run. There's a lot, Ja Morant's about to come back. Who knows what's going to happen with the Grizzlies team that's underwater right now, but they could make a comeback because they've been there before. I think now is the time to get, all of that could be irrelevant. I'm saying get out of Anthony Davis cards. Now is a chance. Let's talk about Dak Prescott and Jordan Love real quick. And LeBron James. It could be too early for Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, and LeBron James as well. But I'm saying that you have to manage your bankroll. Mm-hmm. That's something we haven't talked about yet on today's show. You have to manage your bankroll. If you're holding all of these players that we've talked about, you got to get out of some of them, right? So if you're holding, like Duke said a minute ago, the Brock Purdy's, the Lamar Jacksons, and the Dak Prescotts of the world, and maybe even the Jalen Hurtses of the world, you got to look at who's up the most right now and who has the most realistic chance to continue to go up. It's not Dak Prescott. Now is the time to potentially get out of Dak Prescott. His 2016 Prism Silver PSA 10 is up 78% over the last 30 days. It's never been easier to sell a Dak Prescott card than it is right now. So I think from a bankroll management standpoint, you got to look at Dak moving out of your Dak Prescott cards. I'm giving you the permission to sell Dak Prescott. It's not a sell alert. It's not that cut and dry, because what if the dude goes on to win the Super Bowl? I don't think that's going to happen. I think you get out of Dak Prescott. Jordan Love, I like what the guys are saying because of the matchups. I think it could be too early to sell Jordan Love cards, but I do think that there are base PSA 10. I'm gonna pull a card out of Dr. Crack's deck real quick, because I like what he did a minute ago, breaking down specific cards for Tyrese Halliburton. So I'm going to do it with Jordan Love. I'm not saying sell all your Jordan Love cards, but I'm saying if you have a 2020 base PSA 10 mosaic NFL debut card, that card's up 500% in the last 30 days. That was a $6 card. It's now a $36 card. If you have a 2020 select premier level PSA 10, that card's up 300%. That was an $11 card. That's a $45 card. These are not huge cards. These are the cards that you need to move out of Jordan Love. If you have a 2020 select club level base PSA 10, that's up 270%. That's now a $50 card. It was a $13 card. Okay. So I'm not saying that you should sell all your Jordan Love cards. If you've got big Jordan Love cards, it's definitely too early for that. But if you've got just base PSA 10s, I think there's never been a better time to move out of the Jordan Love cards. And I totally agree with Lefty on LeBron. You could hold, LeBron, I think, is always a buy, sell, or hold. I think LeBron is a decent sell right now. If you have, this is the card I pulled. I don't know if Lefty looked at my show notes or not and saw this when you mentioned the white suit.
No, I did.
But if you've got the 2003 Topps base PSA 9 or less, this is the white suit card that Lefty was talking about.
It's horrible.
If you've got a 9 or less, you should sell this card right now based on the fact that he was just crowned the MVP of the first ever in-season tournament when the Lakers won it. A BGS 8 of this card is up 36% over the last 30 days. A PSA 5 of this card is up 33% over the last 30 days. A BGS 8.5 of this card is up 15% over the last 30 days. And my personal favorite, the good old PSA 8 Pop 4454 is up 15% over the last 30 days. That is now a $228 to $300 card, depending on how you sell it. So I would get out of those LeBron James cards in the white suit. All right, everybody. I've been looking at my show notes for a long time, so I've missed what's going on in the live chat. I'm excited to get into that. So
just give us one of these. You're out of here.